Today I'll be talking with David Kiselak, co-founding member of SAF Stability and Family. Hey David, really looking forward to hearing about your Caspio and no-code journey. So why not share with everybody a little bit about your background and your company?
Wow, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it, Paul. And I'm excited. I'm excited. So the opportunity with Caspio has really been kind of neat. My background is life insurance. I've been a licensed life and health insurance agent since 1998. Started just small in Texas and kind of grew over the years, and very fortunate, worked hard, and by 2009 we had grown into like an IMO, independent marketing organization, growing pretty big, but still doing spreadsheets and things. As I grew in 2009, got introduced to the internet really and put my business online, and I realized the size of what I wanted and things to do. My imagination got big, and it was pretty costly.
Yeah.
So I got into insurance. I started getting into the internet and found a little bit about DIY web design. I know it sounds silly. So I watched some YouTube videos and learned how to design a web page enough to do it. And fast forward a couple of years, it's working. But now we went from doing a small agency to 100 and something thousand a month in production.
Wow.
How do I keep track of these apps? And I had this spreadsheet. We'd take a spreadsheet and email it to someone. So I started looking around 13 or 14 for some other way to transition our business. Ran into some other hurdles and found that there's like other what would be competitors that just the timing didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
I only say that because as I was putting this together, my background became very different in that by 2016, when we needed to really find something, I had a major life event take place.
Okay.
And I ended up having to become a lawyer and learn how to self-taught lawyer in 2 years of litigation and things that I actually ended up winning custody of my kids back.
Wow.
So after I did that as a lawyer, I said, okay, I got to get back into growing our business.
Yeah.
So I'm healing and my kids are at the house and they said, Dad, we want to go back to that $100,000 production type life.
Yep.
I said, you know what that's going to require? And they said, yeah. I said, okay. So I got online and started looking. I found what I would think might be considered some of Caspio's competitors, but probably not, just because of the superiority I found with Caspio. And honestly, I was online and I saw Caspio, and here's what got me. Spreadsheet to database in minutes. I said, oh, no, that's not the case. That's a good sales pitch, but that's not the case. And it was.
Yeah.
And I got on, I clicked the free trial, and I started working for a couple minutes because it said no code, low code. That's me. I know enough to do some stuff, but low code would be my maximum, or no code. And I said, well, but it said they would teach you some stuff if you need it. And I knew I could rely on, I kept seeing this professional services aspect. So I'm like, all right, I got options with Caspio, or at least it appeared that way. And I was right. So I clicked on the get free trial. I set it up, and it let me kind of go in and start working on some things.
Yeah.
So I looked through your trainings, and I saw one about the spreadsheets. So I spent some time that night, late at night, doing this. And I was shocked that I could grab my phone, and I'm looking at it on my phone. I'm like,
yeah.
So, but my phone, I do my own quality assurance. So when I did my phone, I hit a little button, funny story. I hit a button that says report it. Report it, okay. Click, everything shut off. It's so protected. I actually learned to love that aspect of Caspio. It just shut everything off.
Yeah.
Well, not knowing what was going on, I'm thinking, oh, man. So I get on my computer. I find a phone number for Caspio. I called. Paul, this blows my mind. In my recollection, someone answered.
Yeah.
And it might have been Ramil. It might have been Ramil Barimio. I mean, Ramil, this gentleman took my call within a few minutes, got me back running again.
No, it's good to hear.
And allowed me to use that free trial. And I literally, I wrote notes. And I said, you know what? I found a home.
Yeah.
I can call and talk to a person. And I went, okay, this is November of 20. My intro, and I went, oh. And he's like, David, you can do it. I said, you think I could learn this for real? I said, this isn't just a sales pitch, because I respect that. And I know you've got a professional services team, and your job is to sell me on them. And I will buy them someday, because I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't even know what to ask him if I had one. And so he said, no, you can do it. It's low code. It's no code. He kept, man, Ramil kept sticking with me. And I feel like Caspio, because of Ramil bringing me, I feel like Caspio became a family of mine, right? And
David, you know, it's really interesting what you're saying there. I'm getting the same feedback from other customers that I'm talking to. But I think what's kind of fascinating to me is some customers that I talk to have got no tech background whatsoever. They've never done any coding, never looked at no code and low code before. So kind of what brought you to Caspio? Was it really looking to streamline the way you were working? Is that kind of the challenge you were
what
looking to fix?
what really got me to Caspio was when I had a challenge and I called
Yeah.
and they answered and I said, I'm sticking with them. I found them because I specifically was going in looking for, like, how does somebody do this who doesn't know who doesn't know
Yeah.
internet, who doesn't know how to do code? I now know a little bit because I've been on through the training classes with Ned. I feel like I'm a professional, but Ned literally, whether Ned Badgick knows it or not, he's like kind of been almost a mentor of mine over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And so I was looking for something that I could do myself.
Yeah.
And get started with very little to no tech background. I'm not a tech person. I'm an insurance person. I sell life insurance for a living.
What I love about your story, David, as well, is that I know that you've gone from your background there to become a Caspio certified developer. So you've gone from one extreme to another now, where let's call yourself a bit of an expert in no code and low code. So,
well, again, my hat's off to Ramil and Ned and honestly, the Caspio team. I couldn't say enough. They brought me in knowing nothing, offered to do it for me and teach me along the way. I couldn't see any other way than success. And so I started going, but as things progressed over the years, I've learned I'm a hands-on, I'm doing it. So I would do some training out in the field and I'd go back and see what my software looked like.
Yeah.
I'd go back in and I'd adjust it because Ned would show us how to do things. So I'd watch the class and then I'd come back in and I'd study it. So I literally learned with no code background, and I mean no to low code background.
Yeah.
And just following the Caspio system and the trainings and what Caspio offers.
Yeah.
I'm in there on a question and I hit a button and a person will come up and start talking to me. And one day I was so lost. They said, David, relax. Would you like a phone call? They turned around within seconds.
I hear you. So, David, share with everybody a little bit about, because I know you've been with us now for just over, coming up for 2 years, I think it is, as a customer, which is great, about your application. What does it do and who are the end users?
So, again, it's still in process.
Yeah.
And right now, it's currently set up where the end users are my agents that work with us. Okay. So, we work with referrals. Like a person would send in like a referral sheet. So we used to have these sheets of paper. And how do I work this and share it with an agent? And I got to flip it over, put my notes on the back. Yeah. Now my application, thanks to Caspio and seriously what Ramil and Ned have done to help me, is that we've taken this sheet of paper through my Caspio application. A new agent can, by the way, this is effective here recently. They can sign up. It validates their email and verifies it to make sure they're a real person. Yeah. All done through Caspio. They go in and now they can take and start making notes and keeping track of this in real time. On one column, it has all the client information. On the other column, it has all their notes. And on the bottom, it shows all the past notes. So they're able to go in, track clients, and start writing business on new agent or new clients just from the Caspio software. Yeah. That they just started using within the last couple of weeks. Yeah. It also has an end user of our client. And that means a client, once they become a client, they can log in and almost took a hybrid of the different apps that Caspio offers. The hospital portal, maybe the real estate, a tracking like where your trucks are. So I'm blending it to be, if my agents are out in the field, where are they located and where are their clients nearby? And if the client's logged in, can I instantly talk to my agent, almost like a doctor hospital portal where they have client information? Yeah. So my ultimate goal is to have the app where both clients and agents are in there talking and communicating with each other, but it gives them a full service of what their information is. And the other thing I love about it, I'm in insurance. You're HIPAA certified. Yep. I can go in and make sure that it's HIPAA certified. So I got record level security. I have HIPAA certification. I have login on each page. I have it like 3 or 4 times secure because we're putting people's stuff in there.
Yeah, no, I hear you totally. So what type of return on investment are you seeing, Dave? Is it like efficiency savings, or is it hard dollar savings, or is it a combination of both?
Really, it's honestly a combination of both. And there's more savings I'm realizing, not just because of the, I know there's an opportunity to monetize it at some point down the road, which I'm going to get to. Caspio will teach me. But right now, I'm able to have the agents log in and the clients log in and start interacting. So it saved me on a large amount of monthly fees. It saved me on so many. Now we pay them as a company, but it's well worth it. Mm-hmm. And quite frankly, the Caspio program and the people, this is where I know and I feel at home with Caspio long term.
Good to hear.
Not just what you guys have invested in me over the last couple of years as far as training, time and energy, but when I have a situation as a small business owner, Paul, as a big business, they take a hit, mm-hmm. and they bounce right back in a couple of days. As a small business owner, sometimes we take a hit, and it takes us 3 or 4 months, 5 months to get back on track. And we're there, but we're just trying. And Caspio has, hey, man, we love you. You're good. Listen, what can we do to help? I'm like, really? They said, don't worry, we got you. Caspio has kept my business alive.
That's amazing.
And just been if it wasn't for Caspio, I wouldn't be able to live it and keep everything in place the way I am, because as a small business owner, when something small happens and affects us big, Caspio was there to say, hey, bro, we got you.
No, that's amazing. That it's really good to hear that, David, as well. It's we've got a lot of customers like you where we're providing support, whether it's training support or it's, like you said, professional services support to help build applications, or like you're saying, if you get stuck, you've got a customer success manager that can help you as well, and help you get you to towards your goals and things. So we've got a full team around you, which hopefully you can feel that as well. But the other question I've got for you was really around, how do you see Caspio in the future helping you as your business grows as well?
Wow. I think that's another reason that has me kind of feeling so at home long-term with Caspio, is because what I realized is I can scale now. With Caspio, I can literally scale. And that means not just myself and the business with what they'll teach me, which is great, but they brought me along long enough to where now I can start. I started talking to Ramil about this. I said, I'd like to start setting up some more professional services, because what's going on is I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need a team to build it out, because I have it in my head, and as fast as I can do and as much as I can do with no code, which is awesome. The fact that there's a professional services team by far keeps me here, because now I can go out to other businesses and say, hey, what if we could do this for your company? And I have and someone actually, I think the marketing guys had asked me about, they saw the website, and I put out there that we can do all kinds of apps. And Ned has trained me to put all these apps in. I said, got it. So if I need something, I have the support with Caspio. So in the future, I see myself growing and expanding from Stability and Family, because who doesn't want more stability in their family?
Of course.
To go to Stability and Family. And what if you're a veterinarian who wants to do something to add? They can click on, we need an application by Zone WD, and now I can call into Caspio and say, hey, this is the application we need. We have a client who wants this. Can I have them sign in directly to you guys? And they'll set it up and help me facilitate it. Honestly, Paul, Caspio makes me feel like Richard Branson. I can do whatever I want. Someone can say, do you want this? And I go, I can do that. And they go, you can do that? Well, yes, because I got Caspio like right here. So anything you guys can Caspio, they can help me build it.
No, that's great, David. And it's also as well is that we obviously can support those ideas as well. And we've got customers that have probably come up and built an application that you're looking for. So it's something we can build very easily with our professional services team. Those guys are experts, and they support so many of our customers building some very complex applications as well, where, especially when people don't have tech backgrounds as well. So it's a great team to support. But kind of really last thing from me really is asking around, if somebody was thinking about Caspio and looking at no code, what advice would you give them, especially thinking from the background you've come?
I would tell them without even hesitating, absolutely 100%, sign up and do Caspio. Just, well, I don't know anything. Do it anyway. Well, what if I do it anyway? What? I'm so confident to tell them to do Caspio. Sign up, get started. whether it's Ramil in your account manager who will help take care of you, Ned with the training, or anyone on the whole Caspio team, I would 100% tell them do Caspio. Because if you don't know it now, they'll teach you or help you or provide you a service to take care of it so you can do anything for your business that you want. I honestly believe that. That's why David, I got certified.
I'm so pleased you're a customer of Caspio. Thank you for your time. And thank you for sharing your Caspio no-code journey with everyone. I'm sure they're going to find it very inspirational. So thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much.